What if the mirror you once trusted stopped recognizing you? What if the very beauty that made you famous became the reason you vanished from fame? In the glittering world of Hollywood, beauty isn't just vanity. It's survival. A single wrinkle can end a career. A line on the face can become a headline. And when the spotlight demands perfection, even legends begin to crumble beneath its glow. Today on Hollywood Mistakes, we step into the haunting world of fame and fear. The stories of 12 female stars whose pursuit of eternal youth turned into lifelong regret. They were adored for their beauty, admired for their charm, until time and surgery took that away. This is not about judgment. It's about obsession, illusion, and the terrifying truth behind Hollywood's perfect faces. Because in the city of stars, perfection always has a price. Rose 1. Meg Ryan, the girl next door who lost her smile. There was a time when every romantic film needed a Meg Ryan. That radiant smile, that innocence, that laugh that made the whole world fall in love. From When Harry Met Sally to Sleepless in Seattle, Meg wasn't just America's sweetheart. She was America's heart. But fame is cruel. As the 2000s arrived, critics began focusing less on her talent and more on her appearance. Paparazzi photos showed a face that looked different: plumper lips, sharper cheeks, smoother skin. And suddenly, the same smile that made her famous became her downfall. The public's reaction was brutal. She was mocked, analyzed, and ridiculed, not for fading beauty, but for trying to hold on to it. In interviews, Meg's sadness was clear. She once said, "The scrutiny became too much. I needed to step away." And she did. The girl next door disappeared, not because she changed too much, but because the world refused to let her change at all. Performing arts too. Renee Zellweger, the star who became a stranger. Few faces were more loved than Renee Zellweger's. Her slightly squinted eyes, soft cheeks, and warm expressions made Bridget Jones unforgettable. But in 2014, when she stepped onto the red carpet after years away, the internet went into shock. Who is that? Is that really Renee? The face that built a career on relatability now looked unfamiliar. Renee stayed silent at first, then finally spoke. "I'm living a happier, healthier life now. I'm glad people think I look different." But her words revealed the deeper pain. Hollywood never allowed her to grow older, only different. Renee's transformation wasn't tragic because she changed. It was tragic because the world couldn't accept that she did. Crown 3. Madonna, the queen who refused to age. Madonna was never just a pop star. She was rebellion, reinvention, and revolution, the woman who redefined female power. But even the queen of pop couldn't escape the mirror's judgment. In her later years, her face began to tell a different story. Fuller cheeks, stretched skin, lips that no longer moved the same. When she appeared at the 2023 Grammys, fans barely recognized her. Social media erupted in shock and cruelty. Madonna fired back. "Once again, I'm caught in the glare of ageism and misogyny that permeates the world we live in." She was right, but behind her words was a deeper truth. That even the most fearless woman in music couldn't silence the voice of time. Her transformation isn't just about surgery, it's about survival in a world that punishes women for growing older. Crescent Moon 4. Lara Flynn Boyle, the beauty that Hollywood erased. Lara Flynn Boyle once mesmerized audiences in Twin Peaks. Her beauty was mysterious, sharp, delicate, unforgettable. But as the years passed, her face began to change dramatically. Reports of heavy fillers, lip augmentations, and facelifts flooded the tabloids. The result was devastating. Her once natural elegance turned into a frozen reflection of what once was. Hollywood moved on. Roles stopped coming. And the woman who once had every spotlight now lives far away from it. Lara's story isn't about vanity, it's about fear. Fear of being forgotten, in an industry that forgets women faster than anyone else. Glowing Star 5. Tara Reid, the party girl who couldn't heal. She was blonde, bold, and brilliant, the life of American Pie and the early 2000s. But one surgery changed everything. A botched liposuction and breast procedure left her body scarred, and her confidence shattered. Tara spoke openly, saying, "I lost my career because of bad plastic surgery. I felt broken." The tabloids turned her pain into punchlines. Hollywood turned away. Her story became a cruel lesson. In a place obsessed with perfection, even the smallest flaw can destroy everything you've built. Kiss Mark 6. Donatella Versace, the designer who became her own masterpiece. Donatella's beauty was once fierce: golden hair, bronze skin, confidence that could light up any room. But as the decades went on, she began transforming her appearance. Cheeks lifted, lips plumped, skin tightened. Her face became iconic, not for beauty, but for what it represented: the painful pressure to live up to her own fashion empire. Donatella became the ultimate symbol of her own brand: luxury, excess, and perfection at any cost. But behind the glamorous image was a woman haunted by loss, tragedy, and expectation. She wasn't chasing beauty. She was chasing control. Film frame 7. Melanie Griffith, the Hollywood darling who lost her reflection. In her youth, Melanie Griffith was dazzling. Her soft features, her gentle vulnerability, she was pure old Hollywood magic. But when photos emerged showing her dramatically altered appearance, fans were shocked. Even Melanie later admitted, "I didn't realize how bad it looked until people told me." She eventually reversed many of her procedures, reclaiming her identity. Her honesty became her healing. Her story proved one thing: Hollywood can change your face, but it's your courage that restores your soul. 8. Cher, the goddess who wouldn't grow old. Cher has defied every rule in show business. From the 1960s to today, she's reinvented herself more times than any artist alive. But her physical transformations have often overshadowed her legacy. Facelifts, fillers, implants, she's admitted to some, denied others. But she's never apologized. She once said, "If I want to change something about myself, I will. I'm the boss of me." Cher's story isn't a tragedy, it's a paradox. A woman who owned her choices, yet still couldn't escape judgment for them. In a world that punishes women for aging, maybe Cher's real rebellion was never stopping. 9. Courtney Cox, the friend who finally let go. She made the world laugh as Monica Geller, the fun, relatable perfectionist. But in real life, Courtney struggled with the same perfection in her face. Years of fillers left her looking different, even to herself. She later admitted, "I didn't realize how strange I looked until I saw pictures." Eventually, she had all her fillers dissolved. She wanted her real face back. And when she reappeared, natural, radiant, free, fans finally saw the Courtney they loved again. Her comeback wasn't cosmetic, it was human. A rare victory in an industry that rarely allows forgiveness. 10. Joan Rivers, the queen of comedy who couldn't stop changing. Joan Rivers made a career out of laughing at herself. But behind every joke about plastic surgery was truth. She once said, "I've had so much work done, I could get a job as a coat rack." But the laughter masked something darker: fear. Fear of fading away. Fear of becoming invisible. Her countless surgeries became both her armor and her prison. And tragically, one final cosmetic procedure ended her life. Joan's story is the darkest kind of irony. A woman who could make fun of anything except her own pain. 11. Priscilla Presley, the victim of the perfect lie. She was the woman who captured Elvis Presley's heart. And for decades, Priscilla remained a symbol of timeless beauty. Until one day, she became the victim of a nightmare. A fake doctor injected her with industrial-grade silicone, the same kind used in car parts. Her face changed drastically. The damage was permanent. For years, she stayed silent, trying to repair what was lost. Not just her looks, but her trust. Priscilla's tragedy reminds us that in Hollywood, even the most graceful can be deceived, because the hunger for beauty can blind you to danger. 12. Pamela Anderson, the bombshell who finally found herself. In the 90s, Pamela Anderson was everywhere: the Baywatch icon, the fantasy, the blonde symbol of an entire era. She built an empire on her looks, but it came at a cost. Years of cosmetic tweaks slowly stripped away her natural softness. Then one day, Pamela did something no one expected. She stopped. No more surgery. No more makeup. No more filters. When she appeared at Paris Fashion Week, bare-faced, glowing, unapologetic, the internet didn't mock her. It celebrated her. Pamela had done what few in Hollywood ever dare to do. She set herself free. From Meg Ryan's heartbreak to Pamela Anderson's rebirth, these stories share a single truth: Hollywood doesn't destroy beauty. It destroys confidence. The pressure to stay young, the fear of being replaced, the endless demand to look perfect, it's a trap that no star escapes untouched. These women weren't weak. They were human. They were artists trying to survive in a system that punishes authenticity. Because in the end, real beauty was never in their faces. It was in their courage to keep showing up, even when the world refused to see them. So maybe the most beautiful act in Hollywood is not staying young, but staying real. This is Ex-Hollywood Mistakes, where we reveal the secrets behind fame, beauty, and the haunting price of perfection. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And join us next time as we uncover the truths Hollywood doesn't want you to see.